Hello! Oh my gosh, I was in the middle of making tea. I didn't even realize that we hit 8 o'clock. Hi! Hey, Girlie Tuesday! Yep, you can tell I'm drinking tea because I broke my neck. Hello. Um, so, let me see. First of all, housekeeping. Um, I have started a VOD channel. There should be a link to it on the channel now. So I'm going to be I've started saving streams there starting with last week's stream, so the Lucy Part 1 stream, the pretty much the beginning of the Devil episode 1. Technically there's a little bit of episode 1 that's not in there, but it's most of the beginning. Um and Wingspan is so those are all going to be saved there. Um Other thing is I have kind of reformatted uh, what was once, I guess, my main YouTube channel, so that I may use it in the future for other things. So I've just kept a couple videos on there, um, unlisted, mostly ones that didn't have like a ton of like copywritten music in there, or ones that had like a huge amount of views, and I was like, oh, I don't want to get rid of that one if people are gonna miss it. um so yeah. uh so there's just a couple of like really old things on there, and I do have like 1,000 subscribers on that old account. But I may be using it in the future to upload other things, maybe more like long form content videos. I'm thinking about it. um I am thinking that at some point I'm going to do a video ranking all of the 100 line endings. Um Not all the endings, all of the roots, and also all the characters. I feel like I'll probably do that, like those two tier lists. Whoa. Together in the same video. I thought I just heard something vibrate on my desk. What the fuck was that? Um it wasn't my phone because my phone did not get a notification, and also it's not. Anyways, um give me just a second. Okay. So yeah, so that is kind of like what I'm thinking I'll probably do first, but there's always a chance, that I'll think of something else that I want to do first along the way. Still deciding if that's gonna be I put my face up on that channel, and then the VTubing thing is just something I do for streams because it's convenient, or if I want to get maybe some like sprite artwork of my VTuber character commissioned. I feel like that would be the easiest route because that would cost less money than buying like a really nice camera, because all I have right now is a webcam that's like really grainy and looks kind of like crap. um which was fine back when I was doing streams that showed my face, because I was just it was in like a tiny corner, so it looked much more high quality than it actually was. Technically it streams in 1080p, but it looks grainy and gross. um so I mean, the answer will probably be the second option, but I also wouldn't be against showing my face on there. Like I've said before, the VTuber model is mostly for convenience, so I don't have to get dressed up for every stream. I can just kind of like pop it on. It must be so nice being a man where nobody expects anything from you. You know what I mean? The men are always like, "Oh, it must be so nice being a woman who's streaming because you show your tits and you get 10 million views." And it's like, first of all, I don't have tits. Second of all, do you know how much we have to dress up to get men to like accept the way that we look? You know what I mean? Like, ugh. Anyways, and also I don't want my streaming audience to be a bunch of men thirsting after me. So, like, even if I even if I could do that strategy and do it well, I wouldn't be getting the kind of audience that I actually desire. Anyways, All of that to say, let's play a game about lesbians. um, so last time on Hey Girlie, there was some just some goddamn incredible yearning going on. And I'm so ready for more of it. Oh my god, it was getting just so... I was talking to one of my friends about it, and I called it Austonian. Like, it was a Jane Austen novel up in there. That's how much urine is going on. And just the vibes are excellent. Yeah, like, obviously I've had a great time with the kip and fig roots so far. I love the amount of, dramatic tension that's in those roots, but loving the whole different brand of, like, soft romantic tension in this root. Did I not fucking save last time? No, it's right over here. Okay. I was like, where's my save file? I was really worried for a second. Yeah, it's this one with Cassandra, obviously, because I stopped at the beginning of a week. Okay. Break my neck one last time before we get started. Okay. Okay, week 5. Okay. I started to say okay at the same time as Kristen. I can't keep doing this shit. Obviously, like, half of her lines... Well, I was gonna say half of her lines are, like, me saying things the way that I say them, but, like, obviously I was trying to sound like Allie Beardsley the whole time. I'm always so proud to be like, they cast me because they said that the way that I spoke was just so much like Allie Beardsley, like, that I did such a great, like, impression of their cadence and tone, which is silly, and I get embarrassed bragging on myself like that. But it is true, and it's probably the best acting compliment I've ever received. And I don't say that just because I'm a big fan of Allie Beardsley. But I do say that partially because I am. Okay, where are we going? Okay, yeah, she's doing community service downtown. Okay, so we're starting downtown. Alright, it's another slow, lazy morning, without school for once, because Eggfort forgot the keys to the teacher's lounge. And apparently that was worthy of a whole shutdown. Bro, you're lying in bed, half a blanket draped over you, your window is open, and a cool, refreshing I need to stop tripping over my words. What the fuck is a bleeze? A cool, refreshing breeze blows in. Breeze blows in. Breeze blows in. Okay? There are probably a billion things you could be doing, homework and student council work among them, but you don't want to. Instead, you're content to watch the morning sunlight filter through your billowing curtains and land on the wall in golden stripes.
Even cowgirls get the blues.
You sigh. Okay, you can admit it. Enjoying the moment isn't the only reason you're not up and about yet. You're also anxiously hoping for a message from Lucy asking to hang out today. You know she'd mentioned being busier this week, but she had said she'd text you with plans for a future meetup. And, like, girl, obviously she wants you, so, you know. You didn't want to seem clingy or pushy by texting her first, so now you're just lying here waiting, your crystal by your head near the pillow. Your crystal buzzes. You scramble upright and grab at it, swearing when it slides off the bed. You just barely catch it and look at the screen. Hi, Kristen. You let out a squeak of happiness, then clap a hand over your mouth. Oh, cute. There's no one here to witness that embarrassing show of emotion. It is a truth universally acknowledged that a single cleric in the care of a doubt goddess must be in want of a date. Absolutely true. There's no one here to witness that embarrassing show of emotion, but you look around anyway, your face burning just to be sure. Zane just phases through the walls, like, I saw that. You try to think of a good way to respond. I don't want to seem too although, like, she wants me, girl, she wants you. I don't think she would be that put off by 2, but I'm not doing hey with a slutty amount of Y's. Hey, Lucy, how's it hanging? Pretty great. How are you? Great, thanks. What's up? Casual, interested, but unclingy. Applebee's, you're nailing it. I'm volunteering to pick up trash at the park today, and I'd love some company. Do you want to come?
Okay.
Oh, you hadn't quite expected to be asked to join in on that sort of thing. You bite your lip. Kristen, come on. Come on, girl. You can do a little bit of menial labor for the sake of love. Come on. It's not the end of the world. It would be super great to hang out. You take a second to think about it. Community service hasn't historically been the most emotionally safe activity for you, and even though you've dabbled in it now and again, you still feel kind of strange about intentionally participating in it. Okay, yeah, that's true, but it's not church-sponsored community service, so we're good? But it's just picking up trash, and it's with Lucy. You're not going to miss out on a chance to hang out with her. It's fine. You'll be fine. Yeah, I'm down. Great, see you soon. Can't wait to see you. Lucy heart reacts to your message and you smile. It really is a beautiful day, and you enjoy the sunshine, blue sky, and singing birds as you walk to the park. You catch sight of Lucy right away. She's waiting by the park entrance, a stash of equipment in her hands and a backpack on her shoulder.
Oh.
Hi, Kristen. Ready to pick up some trash?
President Applebee's reporting for duty.
You flex. God, the way they implement these voice lines sometimes is so funny to me. I was born ready. Lucy snorts. She hands you a trash grabber, disposable gloves, and a trash bag, and gestures over to a grove of trees far across the park, situated near a fountain. We're over there. It's prime picnic territory, so we have our work cut out for us. You nod. Out of the corner of your eye, you catch a few people watching you and Lucy. Lucy gives them a wave, and they wave back. They must be the other volunteers she works with. There's probably no one from your old church here, but you turn away quickly anyway, uncomfortable. You catch Lucy watching you, a little furrow between her brows. She gives you a quick smile, then continues to lead the way forward. God, I hope that didn't, terribly peak the mic. Even before you reach the grove, as you meander along the path there, Lucy does her job. You push trash closer to her so that she can put them in her bag more efficiently. You think you make a pretty good team. Something catches your eye in a patch of dirt, and you drop to a crouch. You sift through to extract two smooth, almost perfectly heart-shaped rocks. Whoa, would you look at that? You feel Lucy crouch next to you. What are you doing? You scrape more dirt off, a smile tugging at your lips as if you're lost in a memory. When I was a kid, really little, before all the Harvestmen stuff, my parents used to take us to the park. No weird religious agenda or anything, just to play with us. And my brothers and I had this game. Lucy's attention is gentle and warm on you. When you look at her, she nods, silently urging you to continue. We'd look all over the park for the coolest rock. Shape, size, color, strange moss growing on it, a weird bug stuck to it. It was all fair game. Whoever found the best one would win, and the winner would get to pick what we would have for dinner. Lucy laughs softly. Did you win a lot? Nah, we let Bricker win most of the time, or we'd never hear the end of it. If we were judged fairly, yeah, I definitely would have won. Lucy hums. She reaches out and touches one of the rocks gently. I'd say you're winning right now. These are some great rocks. Your chest fills with warmth. Seized with a sudden courage, you take Lucy's palm and drop one of the rocks on it, closing your hand around it. Her skin is cool and soft against yours. You keep one. It can be like a token. A token of what? I mean, there's a clear answer here. Lucy doesn't seem to have expected that. Her eyes widen and she blushes. To us. You click your rocks together. Thanks, Kristen. I'll treasure this. Okay, I've distracted us enough. Let's get going. You reach the grove a few minutes later, and the circle of trees, even with the shriek of happy families nearby, it feels like you and Lucy are secluded in your own private space. A tension you hadn't realized you'd been carrying releases from your shoulders. You begin picking up pieces of trash near your feet, though you remain wary, glancing around the park every few minutes to ensure that you're still alone. You and Lucy work in tandem for a few minutes in silence. It's surprisingly meditative. Your mind flashes to Kipper-Lily, whom you've seen picking up trash for community service with her perpetual pissed-off expression. You chuckle under your breath at the memory. Copper for your thoughts? I was just thinking about Kipper-Lily. Lucy's eyebrows raise in surprise. Oh? She picks up trash for her community service requirement, right? Yeah, we actually do it as an adventuring party sometimes. I have more fun than the others do, though. Lucy's lips twitch with a smile at the skeptical expression on your face. You hasten to explain. It's just, fun isn't quite how I'd put it. Honestly, if I think about it, I'm probably more on Kipper-Lily's side. Doing this every week seems like a pain. You clean, and then people throw their garbage everywhere, and it gets messy again. Doesn't that, make you mad? Lucy thinks about that for a moment, stooping to pick up a few matches off the ground and dropping them into her trash bag. I guess now that I think about it, I do get annoyed that people don't respect the environment more. You give her a thumbs up in acknowledgement of the fact that she's admitted to a negative emotion. She grins back. But I still like doing it. I know it's not everyone's idea of a good time, but someone needs to get it done, and there's nothing like the satisfaction of seeing a patch of grass or a flower bed clean and healthy afterwards. You look dubiously at the grass around you, which is filled with plastic bottles, cans, wrappers, and cigarette butts. Do you really think we'll get this whole thing cleaned up in a couple hours? That seems a little ambitious. Lucy nudges you. I'm an expert, trust me. I do trust you. Your voice comes out much softer than you expected. It reminds you of the tone Lucy had during her haircut. Every time I stumble over a line, I'm like, you probably need to be talking slower, Silky. Because, I used to get that note. Have I mentioned this on stream before? I did a ton of theater growing up in the past, and I went to school for theater as well. And the most common note that I've gotten in my entire life, bar none, is you need to slow the fuck down. And, yeah, that goes on the pile of evidence that I might have undiagnosed ADHD. My second most common note was that I need to make eye contact, which I actually didn't start getting until I went to college, but then it was all the fucking time. And that goes on the autism evidence pile. But anyways. We'll never know, truly, unless I shell out thousands of dollars for it. Lucy goes still. She looks at you and her cheeks darken. She seems to be remembering that, too. She doesn't look away. Neither do you. You both just stare at each other for a moment, smiling. You get back to it, falling into a rhythm. Lucy's right. With the two of you working together, the grove quickly looks cleaner and cleaner. It's encouraging. You try to pick up the thread of the conversation. So, what's it like picking up trash with Kipper-Lily? She doesn't exactly seem like she'd be a ray of sunshine about it. Lucy laughs. She does actively hate it, but I think she gets some satisfaction out of it too. That aside, it's been nice to spend time with her and catch up. We're working on just getting to be friends again. There's something in the way she says that last part that catches your attention, something kind of wistful. You open your mouth, then pause, unsure if it's your place to ask. Lucy gives you a wry expression. It's a little weird, I guess. You know, I used to have a crush on her.
Blimey.
The blimey gets me every time, man. Oh my god. Why did they pick the one where I sound southern? It's correct for Allie Beardsley, I know. But jeez. You drop your trash picker. What? What? You make a noise without meaning to, something between a squawk and a wheeze. Lucy just shrugs, like she hasn't just turned your entire world upside down. She's really kind of great once you get to know her, and I don't know. Oh, hold on. I think I just heard something. Give me a moment. Hi, did you hear me talking? Did you hear me talking and you said you had to come in and say hi and get on the chair? Yeah, no points for guessing who's here. You need to get on the chair, baby? Okay. Get in right here. Do your biscuits. Oh, you're not gonna be on the chair? No, we're not doing desk. No desk. No desk, you're not allowed to be on the desk. We talked about this. Oh. My computer just was like, hey, it's time to update to the next version of Windows. And I was like, no. Anyways. Lucy drops her gaze, kicking some paper bags closer together so she can spear them with her picker. She seems strangely bashful. Maybe I just have a habit of falling for my friends. It feels like the world falls silent around you. You stare at Lucy, tongue-tied, your heart leaping into your throat. Your face blazes with heat. The tips of Lucy's ears darken, and she swallows. She still isn't meeting your eyes. Do you have something to say, girlie? Do you have something to say, baby girl? No, she's strangely silent. I put my arm around her to keep her in place, and now she's just purring. Oh god, I was saying recently that I need to actually, show chat a picture of Josie. Hold on. I'm sure I have a good one in here somewhere. I'm gonna... Just give me a moment. I do have some really good ones, but I feel... Oh, here's a good one. This is a high-quality Josie picture. Hold on. Okay. Okay. No, not a folder. I just want an image. Oh. Whoa, that took up the whole goddamn screen. Hold on. Oh, nope, not what I wanted to do. Hello? Ugh, this may take a while. This is just like the most build-up for a cat picture ever. Are you ready? Are you ready for it? Hold on, I'm gonna make it just a teeny bit smaller. Okay, here she comes. Da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. There she is. That's my baby. There she is. That's Josie. That's what she looks like. She is my special little sweetie. She's literally here right now, underneath my arm, just purring up a storm while I try to make sure she doesn't climb on top of my desk. This is her chilling out in a pot in the backyard. Yeah. She's beautiful. Um, she's got her little collar, which is a recent addition after she was mad at me for putting flea medicine on her, so she tried to become the neighbor's cat instead. For the record, I would rather her not be an outdoor cat. I know all of the like dangers and stuff associated with that. I currently live with my parents, so I don't really have a choice in the matter, especially because Josie is extremely noisy, so they will let her out of the house no matter what I do. So, unfortunately, that's just the life we live right now. Luckily, I live smack dab in the middle of suburbia, so, like, in terms of, like, cars coming by or wild animals, like, she's safe as far as that goes. So, it is the best environment possible if I have to have an indoor outdoor cat, which is the case right now. Anyways, but yeah, she's perfect in every single way except for the fact that she's inconceivably naughty all the time. She has ripples in so many window screens. That's the other thing too, is like she she is trying to escape this house with all of her might every single day. Like, she tore holes in multiple window screens, including one in my room, which is on the second floor. So she has gotten onto the roof many times. Because if, like, especially during the summer, because, like, you know, during the summer, I can't keep my window closed all the time, but we haven't fixed the screen. So I just have to remember that it needs to be closed if Josie's in the room. And then sometimes she ends up inside and I don't know that she's in the room, or I just forget that I haven't closed the window, and like literally if she sees the windows open, like within 30 seconds she is out on the roof. She's insane. Anyways, yeah, that's my little demon. My little demon who I love very much. I am just going to hide that for now. I might make a little like beautiful little baby corner for her, so that there's just a photo of her at all times, so that people can refer to the baby corner if they want to know what she looks like. Anyways. No way, Lucy can't possibly mean... Can she? You clear your throat and open your mouth to speak, but nothing comes out. You close it. After another long silence, she finally looks at you. Whatever she sees in your face must reassure her somehow, because she cracks a smile. Come on, we're almost done. Let's finish up and take a break. I brought snacks. You blink, the moment broken. You take a few deep breaths to calm down. Yeah. Okay. Oh, she's getting ready for lap time now. She's realized I'm not letting her on the desk, and so she has resigned herself to making biscuits in my lap. Yeah? Is this where you're gonna hang out? When you finish, Lucy leads you to a bench you hadn't seen before, which faces the fountain. You sit shoulder to shoulder, her tail pressing up against the mic. Your thighs pressed against each other, even though there's enough space on the bench for you to sit apart. You try not to blush too hard. She pulls a couple peanut butter and jelly sandwiches out of her bag and hands one to you. Your mouth waters and you dig in eagerly. You hadn't realized how hungry you were. Man, these are so good. You're only saying that because you just spent a long time doing manual labor. No way. Lucy Frostblade, you are the world's best PB&J maker. This can be your backup career. I'll be your first and forever customer. Lucy laughs. I'll consider that. As you lapse into silence again, you feel Lucy watching you. Her eyes are shrewd when you glance at her. Copper for your thoughts? Lucy lets out a long, thoughtful sigh. You know how I'm trying to be more direct with people, even if it leads to conflict or emotional weirdness? You crack a smile at her phrasing. Right, it's a part of the new you. Exactly, right. Okay. Lucy clears her throat nervously, but a determined expression crosses her face. Oh, what was it? Oh, okay. Josie just left. So she's going inside. I have a basket of, it's mostly folded laundry, but a little bit of unfolded is in there. Mostly it's empty laundry basket, because the laundry has been folded for the most part, but there's a little bit of laundry still left in there, and she just hops straight in there. God, she loves a box. Anyways, is it time? Is it... Hello? Oh, never mind. Kristen, are you okay? What? I've just been noticing that, I don't know, you haven't seemed comfortable doing this community service stuff today. You seem kind of jumpy. Is something wrong? Whoa, I'm kind of surprised you noticed. I'd like to think I know you pretty well by now. Yeah, I guess you do. I guess it's just...
Right, totally.
You take a moment to mull over what to say next, unsure how to put this weird tangle of emotions into words. Lucy's shoulder is a cool pressure against yours, and you lean a little into her. She leans back, your arms pressing closer to each other. You smile to yourself, comforted. I used to do a lot more community service up until I entered Egg Fort. I ran donation drives, helped at food banks, did a ton of other stuff, all in the name of Helio. And people's expectations of me were really suffocating. Like, it was never about the people I was helping, you know? It was just about Helio and me fulfilling my divine duties. I started to feel guilty about trying to help people when I didn't feel like I really was. I was just spreading the word of my God. And even though I've started to participate in it again, I guess part of me still associates community service with all of that. It just feels wrong. Like I'm tricking people into believing I'm a good person. Lucy's expression is solemn. She leans forward. You are a good person. You shrug. You are. How many times have you saved the world at this point? That doesn't count, though. I mean, I live in the world. It would kind of have sucked to let it end. Lucy crosses her arms. And how many other people do you think would have done what you did? You're surprised into a laugh. I mean, okay, probably not that many. Lucy nods. That's the reason I pick up trash. I care about nature, about the plants and the animals and the life all around us. And I act to protect it and nurture it in all the ways I can. That's what being a good person is to me. And that's what you are. You lean your head against her shoulder, moved. Her words are filled with conviction, as fierce as the day she had spoken to you about Ravina. She really, truly believes in you. And you think maybe you can believe her too. Thank you, Lucy. I mean it. Of course. Anytime, Kristen. Eventually, you head back to the park and check in with the volunteer coordinator. You and Lucy give each other a quick hug. Hey, want to come over to my place next week? I live downtown. Yeah, sure. What will we be doing? I'll think about it and text you. See you then. When you get back, you flop onto your bed, letting out a deep sigh. You hadn't expected things to get so introspective today, but you can't deny that you feel a lot better about yourself. It seems that this journey to help Lucy learn more about herself is helping you, too. You can't wait to uncover what you'll learn next. Okay.
Resident Applebees reporting for duty.
Even community service is fun with Lucy. I really, really like getting to hang out with her. She likes getting to hang out with you, too. I could have guessed from today, but that's still a huge relief. Any other tips you can give me? Honestly, just keep doing what you're doing. It's going great.
Okay, love you, bye!
Yeehaw! Alright. Downtown, home. School, home. Let's do school and home, because that should hopefully give us the other two that we need to do. I mean, not that we need to do, but like I said, I'm gonna just try and make this, like, kind of even, just for the funsies of it.
Hey, a cowboy.
Just like seeing all the girlies, you know?
I can't believe you.
And after this, after we
You
get
like
through
to
these
keep me on
two
my
real
toes,
quick,
Yeah.
me just skipping through them again, I will take a real quick break just to microwave my tea.
This is totally great.
This was fun.
So that's, yeah.
Don't. See?
Kristen, hey!
Okay. And then home for... Oh, no, this is the
Even
Kipper Lily one.
cowgirls get the blues.
Immediately I knew this was Kipper Lily.
Blimey. Hey.
Ugh, whatever.
So that's,
You know, can't say I expected that. What the fuck?
cool.
Alright.
What the
God.
fuck?
Kipper Lily, I miss
Fine.
you.
Color me impressed, Applebees.
You're cute when you're angry. Yeah. What?
Okay.
La la.
And then this should have the fair at the end of the week. Okay. I am going to microwave this tea really fast. And then I will be right back. All right. Okay. I just went downstairs and my brother was cooking. So I got to experience one of my favorite smells in the world, which was fresh cilantro. Oh, that shit's so good. Oh, it's so good. I used to work at a pie shop, and I don't remember what we had cilantro in. It was one of our meat pies, but sometimes, just every so often in the kitchen, they would be chopping a bunch of cilantro, and oh my god, it was the best time in the world. even though, like, you know, it's a pie shop, so you'd think maybe, like, the best smell would be, like, I don't know, all of the sweet pies. No, man, it's the cilantro. Oh my god. Yeah, well, also, I mean, when you're baking cookies, that's pretty lit too. Um, Cilantro, extra cilantro forever. Yeah, pretty much. That's how I feel. If you look, okay, the best is if you put a little cilantro on some guacamole. Mm. I used to not be a dip person growing up. Like I used to be like everything must be eaten plain forever. Um, Now I'm very like I love a good dip. I love a dip. Um, I think what really converted me is my friend Audrey, who's in the chat today. She converted me to a dip person because she has like a 7-layer dip that she makes for like literally I mean she hasn't made it in a while, but like she would make it for like literally any occasion. like like she it would just be the thing that she would bring everywhere, and that converted me to being a dip person. And now I'm always dipping my chips. I need a dip with my chip. I mean, sometimes I can still eat them plain. It depends. Sometimes, like, if I'm just it I'm always like I'm not diagnosed, but we're pretty sure. But this isn't even about the autism or the ADHD. I I got like partway through screening for POTS, which is basically like the thing where like it sometimes like you stand up too fast and like your heart rate spikes. Um, I haven't had a flare up of it in a really long time, but like it was bad enough that I started to develop really bad hypochondria, thinking that I was gonna like have a heart attack and die. Because I'd had several like just situations where like I would just be so out of breath that I would like fall down, like not like basically like I would sort of like get dizzy and I would have to like sit down and my heart would be beating really fast. Um, but what was I saying? So basically, if you have POTS, you need to. What did you say this was called? 7-layer dipper lily. Anyways, so all of this is to say, if you have POTS, you need like the thing that will like it sounds counterintuitive, but the thing that will like make your heart rate more stable is by eating something really salty. I don't know why, like medically, why that is what it is, but it does work for me. So, I mean, so like I probably have it. I would assume that I have it, because it works for me, and um, also like my level of like fast food cravings is absolutely terrible. And so if I needed higher salt content in my life than most, then that would also just make sense. But like I have had several times where like it was getting really bad and I just asked somebody to like bring me like a really salty bowl of like tortilla chips, and I would just eat those like in a mostly reclined position. And then I would feel better afterwards. So like anyways, let's get back to Hey Girlie. All that to say that cilantro and guacamole is really good. Okay, yeah, so she's inviting you over. Oh my god. Lucy's house is in Tillerling, an area you're only familiar with because Gorgak had to spend a lot of time there when he and Zelda were still dating. But you're going to meet her at the community garden a street away. It's a pretty ordinary neighborhood, but it reminds you a bit of where you grew up. You can almost hear your brother's voices among the kids playing, and you feel a pang of something that's almost nostalgia, but not quite. You manage to shake it off, though, because you see Lucy standing at the garden gates.
Hey, Kristen.
Kristen, hello. Thank you for coming.
Lucy, hi.
Hi, Lucy. It's good to see you. You give her a hug as has become routine for the two of you. And she softens into it, her arms coming up to hold you. You feel something hard press against your back. Maybe a shovel? Definitely some kind of gardening equipment. You hadn't even noticed that she was carrying anything. Definitely not. No, not either of those. Jesus Christ. One would be so bad. Kristen, that's how she died. Like, come on, girlie. And look, I was gonna make the number 2 joke, but I didn't because it was low-hanging fruit. Kristen? Should I have brought something? I gotta warn you, I don't know what I'm doing here. No, I would have told you if you needed anything. Lucy opens the door and the two of you enter the gardens. There are rows of little plots, vibrant with greenery, a feast for the eyes. She navigates the maze of boxes deftly, leading you confidently through until she stops at a plot in the corner. This one's mine. I've been using it for, well, forever, really. Or at least ever since my family moved to Elmville. Oh, where did you live before? My parents grew up in Frostheim, and that's where I was born. We moved to Elmville when I was... She counts on her fingers, mouthing to herself. It's absurdly endearing. 6. So I've lived here most of my life, but I do technically have dual citizenship. Cool. I guess. I don't remember much before I lived here, though, so... Anyway, have you ever gardened before? Not unless you count helping Zane clean the moss off his grave when it gets a little too messy for his taste. I don't quite think it counts, no. There's a first time for everything, though. She shows you her tools one by one, explaining the function of each and handing them to you to observe. You're only half listening. Her enthusiasm as she talks is so cute, it's distracting. Try to use one of them yourself.
Yeehaw!
You swipe the hand rake through some of the dirt in Lucy's plot, like she demonstrated. It makes a neat row of lines in the dark soil that it's pretty satisfying to look at, so you do it again and again.
That's wonderful.
I'm glad you're having fun. I am. Once she's walked you through her gardening kit, she puts her equipment down and takes off her backpack. She rummages through it and pulls out a handful of seed packets and a massive book. What's that for? Lucy hands it to you so you can take a look. It's a leather-bound tome titled Floriography of Spire by someone named Florence Flibberty Gibbet the 6th. Try saying that 5 times fast. Girl, I couldn't even say it 1 time fast. You open it up to a page at random. The holly flower represents domestic happiness, while the hollyhock represents ambition. This is a flower language book? Lucy Frostblade, I am so deeply in love with you. Dear God. It's called Floriography. It's sort of an interest of mine. Like I said, I've been growing plants in this lot for a long time. I do a different set every year. I feel like it's silly, I know, but I've always sort of felt like the flowers I plant each year represent who I am that year, or who I want to be. I don't think that's silly at all. I think that's really wonderful. It's so you.
You're so sweet.
That means a lot to hear, Kristen. You're sweet to say that. I've never actually shown my plot to anyone before, you know.
You're really special.
Oh my god, that voice line. Lucy, this is such an honor. I don't know what to say. She reaches out and squeezes your hand gently. You squeeze back. Honestly and truly, Lucy x Gertie could go hard. I've joked about a Gertie x Tracker before, in terms of them like Kristen's worst nightmare, but this is also very good. I do actually think, okay, me just talking about like every possible Gertie ship right now, the Gertie ship that I do legitimately think is really funny is Gertie x Nara, in the context of the two of them teaming up to get revenge on Tracker and Kristen, like them trying to break Tracker and Kristen up when they get back together, and then the two of them fall in love with each other. I think that would be funny. Like I said, Kristen, you're sweet, and I trust you. Freshman year, all I wanted to do was make friends. I was really lonely through middle school, but high school was a fresh start. A chance to meet people who liked me for me. That year, I planted chrysanthemums for optimism and periwinkles for... Wait, don't tell me, let me look it up. Periwinkles for early and sincere friendship?
So inspiring.
Lucy, that's cute. I promise I was not cute at 13, Kristen, trust me. I was the most awkward kid alive. You would have hated me. Thank goodness nothing happened that year, because then I would have been the most awkward kid dead, too. Nah, you were cute. That's a President Applebee's guarantee. How can you be so sure? You didn't even know me.
Yeah.
Not back then, but I know you now, don't I? You're plenty cute. You watch with fascination as a blush starts to creep onto Lucy's face. Does she know she's proving your point? I could never hate you. Any version of you. She blushes even darker, fidgeting with her hair, and clears her throat a few times. Look, I refuse to believe that any version of Lucy Frostblade is hateable. Like, I don't care how many alternate dimensions we look through, every version of her is wonderful. You're proving my point, you know, but tell me more. What did you plant sophomore year? Well, I've never felt luckier in my life than I did after meeting my friends freshman year. No matter what else happened after. People tell me I should hate them now or stop talking to them, but I refuse. I don't blame them. Not really. I get that. Do you? Sometimes when I see my little brothers, they say things that I know didn't come from them. I know my parents still send them to summer camps run by the Harvestmen. The things they say are awful and it hurts to hear them, but they're still my brothers, you know? They're so young, and it's not their fault they got stuck with the family they did. I know it's not quite the same, but Lucy, one of the kindest people you've ever met, gives you the dignity of a quiet moment to compose yourself. When you've wiped your face a little and can meet her eyes, she continues. Sophomore year I planted, well, honestly so many kinds of flowers that it'd take forever for you to even flip through and find them. There were one or two for each of my friends, and a couple forsythia for anticipation, tiger lilies for pride, that were for what I thought was a good idea.
That's cold.
We all thought it was a good idea, but you know how well that went. For the first time in your friendship with her, Lucy looks a little bitter. It's not an expression that suits her face. You can't imagine what she'd look like if she'd actually been rage-starred. You know for certain that you're glad you'll never know. Did you plant anything last year? No, I never got the chance. When I came back at the end of the year, it was one of the first places I visited. So much had changed. I just wanted to be somewhere that I knew. But when I saw my plot again, it was empty. Everything I planted sophomore year had died. I don't know what I expected. Of course they'd died. I guess I was pretty lucky that it was still technically my plot and nobody else had taken it over completely, but it felt so awful, like I was still dead. I say we go in for the hug. It's pure instinct that leads you to wrap your arms around her, and she slumps against you, her chin resting on your shoulder for a long moment. This is actually the first time I've been here since then. I thought it might be easier if I brought someone I care about with me. You glance over at the plot. She's right. The soil does look like it hasn't been watered in a while, and it's a far cry from the lush greenery of the rest of the community garden, but...
Blimey.
Look, over there. What is that? It looks like there might be something growing. Lucy's eyes widen with hope. The two of you head over to the corner of the plot where you spotted that handful of green shoots, and she gasps.
Oh.
These are snowdrops. Oh my goodness, these are snowdrops. They're the only flower I plant every year. What do they represent? I actually don't know. They're just my favorite. I sort of liked having a little mystery, I guess. Amen to that. Maybe we can look for them in the book now, though. not to be superstitious, but if they're the only ones that survive, that has to mean something, right? You flip through until you find the appropriate chapter and page, and what you see makes you beam as you read aloud.
So inspiring.
Snowdrops can represent many things, but are often used to symbolize new beginnings, rebirth, and the ability to overcome challenges. No wonder they're your favorite, Lucy.
You're really special.
You're not dead, and there was a part of you here the whole time, still growing, waiting for you to come back.
That warms my heart.
There's a beat, and then you get the wind knocked out of you by an armful of frost giant. Guys, I'm actually tearing up right now. What the hell? Oh my god, they're so precious. You hold her, rubbing circles into her back until she steps away, and she smiles at you with something in her eyes that you don't know if you've seen before. So, Lucy Frostblade, who do you want to be this year? Oh, I have a few ideas. Will you help me? That's what I'm here for. She lets go of your shoulders. Holy shit, she's been holding on to you this whole time. And turns to pick up her watering can. It's so good. Oh my god. Bro. Bro, it's this good. Like, look, the fig and Kipperlily roots were really good, but like, I've learned from myself that I love like a slow burn, like yearning, introspective root like this. And this is just hitting all the right notes for me. Like, this is so peak. This is so incredibly peak. Like, this is... I said this last stream. This is giving me the exact same vibes as the Lily root in Kotoa Shoujo, and that's such a huge compliment because that's my favorite root in that game. I'm going to go fill this up. I'll be right back, and then we can get started. Wait, before that, I have a question. You said you planted flowers for all of your friends. Can I ask if you were going to, I don't know, plant a flower for me? What would it be? There's a look of mischief in her face that's quickly becoming one of your favorite Lucy expressions, and a hint of whatever that was earlier, too. For you, I think I'd plant daffodils. Maybe pink peonies, too, and I'd plant pink or red orchids. No, don't look them up now. You're tempted to ask, or what, but you don't. The bossiness is a good look on her. I'm going to lend you this book, you're going to look them up later, and then next week you're going to come over to my house to return it. Sound good? You shoot her a jaunty salute as she walks off, but open the tome as soon as she's out of sight. What kind of clerical mystery would you be if you didn't? Girl, I think the opposite is true. Let it be a mystery for a little longer. Let it linger. Daffodils for new beginnings, peonies for tenderness and gratitude, orchids for... oh my god. Pink or red orchids for love and romance. You're reeling a little, heart doing cartwheels in your chest, but you snap the book shut before she gets back. When she returns, you act like nothing's happened, but you can't stop smiling the entire afternoon. Girl, I'm sure she noticed. You go home with a skip in your step and a book in your hand, already thinking ahead to next week. There's no way you're missing another chance to see her now. Okay, someone's calling.
Nat 20.
Cass! Lucy told me she liked me. I mean, she implied it via flower language, flowerography. Floriography. And she did! I'm so happy for you, Kristen. I still get a little tongue-tied around her, but I think this is something good.
Look at you.
I agree.
You're glowing.
So on your next date, relax a little. Don't overthink. You know she likes you, so just be you. God. Okay. Yes, okay. We want to... home.
Blimey.
Salute.
Neradriel.
Oh, goodness.
How wonderful.
So inspired.
Do you have...
Oh.
God, all of Nara's outfits are so cute.
Yeah.
They really went all out with dressing her up, which makes sense since, you know, elven princess.
Ooh. It's like my papa. How wonderful.
Okay.
Ooh.
Blimey.
I also love how, like, shiny and silky her hair looks. Like, her bangs are just chef's kiss.
fascinating. Oh.
Sweet Cassandra.
Oh.
Ugh.
Okay.
Perhaps Solace is Kristen. I must.
Sorry.
Ring, ring.
Sweet Cassandra.
Okay, let's see here. In town, downtown, school, outside. Okay, that's 2 for downtown, so we're going downtown. Oh, this is Kipper Lily again.
Howdy.
It's you. Color me impressed, Applebees. Huh, is that so?
Okay.
Really? Whatever. What the fuck?
Yeehaw! Not cool. So inspiring.
Sneak attack.
Yeehaw!
Skipper Lily Carpet Kettle wins again.
Alright.
Ugh, whatever. Whatever.
Lammy. Oh,
Alright. Spring fair time.
okay. Yeehaw!
Okay, Lucy time. Welcome to the Umville Fair.
Yeehaw!
It's got 55 rides and games and over 100 different vendors this year, making it the best place to go for fun, food, and above all, trying out new things. Or, so I've heard, anyway. The fair bustles around you, sights and sounds and smells almost overwhelming as people shriek on rides and vendors hawk their wares. Kristen, you sound like an expert. Come here often? Nope, first time. I just made those numbers up. But I've been meaning to for ages. It's always looked so fun. Don't tell any of the bad kids, though. They'll get jealous that my first time wasn't with them. Kristen, don't say it like that. Well, I'm honored to be invited, then. This is my first time at a fair, too. It just never seemed like my scene. Hell yeah, new experiences for both of us, then. Let's go see what this place has to offer. The two of you spend some time just walking around at first, taking everything in. There's a lot to do and a lot to look at, and you keep getting so distracted by the next cool thing that it's difficult to find a moment to stop and pick just one. Eventually, though, you both lapped the entire fair. You realize that neither of you have actually done anything. Man, everything looks amazing. Now that we've got the lay of the land, what do you want to do first? Actually, considering all the running around we just did, I think I've worked up an appetite. Want to try some fair food? Great idea. From what I've heard about fairs, we have to get the most ridiculous, crazy, borderline gross thing they're selling. Food you'd only find at a fair because they'd be crazy to sell it anywhere else. Borderline gross? Are you sure that's a good idea, then? Totally. It's an adventure, an experience. We have to try everything that the fair's got to offer, right? Might just find your new favorite thing. Well, when you put it like that, I guess we do have to try something. The two of you go up to a nearby stand and look at the menu. The giant sign out front proclaims that this place sells deep-fried anything and chocolate-covered anything else, so it's definitely the right place to be. Now that you're here, looking at the bubbling vats of oil and chocolate, a hint of doubt creeps through you. Maybe this isn't as good an idea as you thought. What if Lucy gets grossed out? Do you think we should start with something easy? Like a funnel cake or like a churro? But Lucy shakes her head at your offer, a teasing smile on her face. Don't back out on me now. What if you find your new favorite food today? Who knows, it could turn out to be chocolate-covered pickles and you've just never tried them. Well, you certainly can't argue with that. You approach the cashier and pull out the cash. They're just dunking whole corn cuties in there. Oh, that's so good. That's so gross, but so good. I'm pretty sure, look, if Kristen's tried anything before, it's chocolate-covered corn. You approach the cashier and pull out the cash you brought exclusively for fair stuff. Your own, not Fabian's. It feels more like an authentic fair experience that way. 2 pickles, my good sir, drenched in anything and everything. You get your pickles, and both you and Lucy exchange matching half-smile, half-grimace expressions as you take in the culinary crime in your hands. Count of 3. 1, 2, 3. I guess I'm allergic to chocolate-covered pickles. Sorry, guys. You both take a bite. It is, unsurprisingly, not good at all. The sour and the sweet stab at your mouth like knives. Oh, no. Mistake.
Venus,
Hey, it's not that bad. I mean, it's not good, but it's not that bad. She immediately betrays her own words by choking, eyes watering from the taste. You reach up to pat her on the back, laughing. At least Lucy's laughing too. You'd eat a billion nasty pickles to see her laugh like that again. Cuties. Alright, if you're sure it's not that bad, let's try something else. There's a world of flavor possibilities around here. Let's do it. I wonder what the nastiest thing at the fair is. As it turns out, nothing can beat the stomach-churning taste of the chocolate-covered deep-fried pickles. But you and Lucy have a great time trying lots of different food, rides, and experiences. When you get home, it's with a full stomach, cheeks that hurt from smiling, and a warm glow in your chest. It's been the perfect day. Oh, I love them.
Fancy seeing you here.
Okay.
Where to?
Week 7. Let's give it up for week 7. Oh, I remember where she lives. She lives downtown. How could I forget? You know the way to Lucy's place now. Or, well, that's what you told yourself. But in all honesty, you've kind of had to check the maps up on your crystal like 3 or 4 times on the way here. Kind of embarrassing, but what Lucy doesn't know can't hurt her, right? When you arrive at the correct door, you hesitate for a moment. You've spent so much time with Lucy over the past few weeks, but something feels different now. Charged in a way that makes you a little more shy than you normally would be. She likes you. Likes you. You still can't quite believe it. The door swings open and Lucy pokes her head out before you work up the courage to knock or ring the doorbell. Her smile at the sight of you widens when she sees the way you're clutching her floriography book to your chest.
Hey, Kristen.
Kristen! She holds out a hand, ostensibly to take her book, but on impulse you bend down and kiss it? Like she's a princess and you're her knight in shining armor? Or like she's a pretty girl and you're a lesbian who really, really likes her. Something along those lines. Yeah. Her blush is immediate and gratifying, and she brings up her hand to cup your face. It's so soft. You lean into it. It's good to see you.
Good to see you, Lucy.
Yeah, same here. It's been too long. We see each other in class every day. IRL key smash sounds. Yeah, it's 3. And it's still been too long. Lucy's breath hitches a little and her blush deepens. She doesn't move her hand away, though. Thank you for bringing my book back. Did you get the chance to read it? What did you think? Did you like it? Cassandra, but she's cute when she's excited. You can tell she's holding herself back a little, but Lucy visibly lights up when she's talking about the things she loves. You've seen this animatedness in her face a few times before, and you really want to see it again, as many times as you can. I did. My favorite sections were the ones on daffodils, peonies, and pink and red orchids. Those are what you said you'd give me, right? You remembered. Of course I did. And for what it's worth, I'd get you all those too. Especially the orchids. She's all but told you to her face that she's interested in you, but your heartbeat still speeds up in the moment of silence before she responds. Finally, she nods decisively. Good. The immediate flush of relief and glee you feel makes you glad none of your other friends are here to witness this. You know you don't have a poker face, and you don't think you'd ever hear the end of it if Adine or Gorgug could see the look on your face. Adine and Gorgug is easy mode. You and Lucy stand there for entirely too long, just grinning goofily at each other, giddy with the knowledge that your feelings are mutual, until your reverie is interrupted by the sound of a smoke alarm going off.
What?
Fuck! What's wrong? Can I help? Depending on how much it's burnt, it might be beyond help. Come on in, though. She disappears back into her house before you can ask what it is. Noticing the neat rows of shoes on her porch, you bend down to unlace your boots before following her inside down a short hallway into a kitchen. The smoke alarm has stopped going off, and Lucy, incredibly dejected, is holding a metal pot that she's clearly just taken off the stove. You walk over, peer into it, and wince.
No.
It's a burnt, sticky mess of...
Sorry.
It's a burnt, sticky mess of sugar, blackish brown, and unpleasant smelling. You're no master chef, but even you can tell something's gone very wrong. I can't use this. I'm kind of tempted to do too. You reach a finger out and touch the caramel, then immediately recoil. Ow! I don't know what you expected. Are you okay? I will be if you kiss it better. Lucy shakes her head, exasperated and fond. What were you trying to make, anyway?
I'm feeling...
Some sort of caramel cheesecake thing. I think. I'll be honest, I wasn't even sure. I just wanted to try something new, I guess. Lucy, you gotta know I'm the world's #1 fan of trying new things. Or at the very least, I'm the world's #1 fan of you trying new things. She smiles a little at that. You say the sweetest things. That's what you get for being such a sweetie. Get it? Because you are making dessert. We're being the operative word there, I'm afraid. It's ruined. Can't you just make some more? If you need the pot, I can scrub the caramel out of it for you. A little hard labor never hurt me, I don't mind. You flex your biceps and raise an eyebrow in what you hope is an enticing manner. You don't miss the way her eyes slide along your arms and linger on your muscles.
Oh.
Are you offering to be eye candy while you do my dishes? You whoop with delight at that, and she grins back at you, then sobers. I can't make any more caramel. I don't have any more heavy cream. You hadn't known there was heavy cream in caramel. Oh. And anyway, I'd never let you do my chores in my house, Kristen. If my parents ever found out, they'd disown me. You flinch the slightest bit. Oh!
Sorry.
Oh, Kristen, I'm sorry. That was insensitive of me. Honestly, I'd be kind of jealous. That seems like a better reason than mine disowned me for. If Lucy can joke about dying as often as she does, surely you can make light of your own shitty past, right? You watch her face change as she seems to come to the same conclusion.
Cool.
Yeah, that's fair. You realize in the momentary silence that follows that you're inside Lucy's house, and cast your eyes around it, soaking in every detail. In keeping with the rest of the neighborhood, it's a nice little kitchen, bright and airy. There are a handful of magnets on the fridge, a houseplant on the counter, and a light breeze coming in from an open window. I like your place. Oh, right. Welcome to my humble home, I guess. Sorry, I haven't been a great host so far. I'm just kind of frazzled right now. Hey, Lucy, it's okay. You have nothing to worry about. I'm happy to be here. I'm glad you're here, too. I don't have friends over very often. Amending my statement, I'm happy and honored to be here. Seriously. You bow with a theatrical flourish, maybe you've been spending too much time with Fabian, and she laughs.
You made my heart stop.
Well, I'm honored to have you here. Don't get me wrong, I do spend a lot of time with my friends. I always have, but... She shrugs. For a long time, all we were talking about, all we were doing, was trying to become part of something bigger than us. Well, you know. It took over every aspect of our lives. We were training every day. We did so much together in service of the plan, and I felt like my house was the only place I had left that was my own. So I never invited anyone over. That part of my life is over, though. For good. When I told you to come here last week, I didn't just want my book back, you know? And now I'm here. And now you're here. What do you think?
Mark another one off the list.
I think I'd really like to bake a cheesecake with you. I'd love that. You hop onto the counter and swing your legs playfully. A beautiful sequence of images flash through your head. If Lucy came up to the countertop, you could wrap your legs around her waist pretty easily, or she could box you with her arms, and from there you could... Girl. Rolling a newspaper or bopping you on the head. Horny Jill. Horny Jill. Well, you should probably think about something else before your face goes the way of the caramel. Talk to me. Why cheesecake specifically? I honestly don't know. I just like cheesecake, I guess. That's as good an answer as any. I always enjoy finding out what you like and don't like. Her raised eyebrow makes you realize how that sounded. Oh, well, it's not like it isn't true. But if we can't do caramel, do you just want to make regular cheesecake? Or, hey, what if we took your list of flavors you like to pasteurize and tried something from there? Banana grape bubblegum cheesecake. Now, there's a thought. How would you put gum in cheesecake anyways?
Oh.
Great question. I have no idea. Okay, I know this is your official first time inaugural friend at your house hangout, so we have to make this something special. Are there any non-bonkers flavors you're particularly attached to and might have the ingredients for already? We might have a little jar of black sesame from Frostheim. I think that might be sort of special. I don't think I've ever had black sesame. It's not used very commonly in Spire. We have to drive like 40 minutes out of Elmville to the nearest Frost Giant grocery to get it, but my parents used to make this black sesame dessert soup a lot when I was a kid. It's kind of a nostalgic food, I guess. Having that connection to Frostheim sounds really nice. I'm curious, do you have anything like that?
So that's,
Honestly,
yeah.
Corn. Oh. You shrug. It sucks that every fond childhood memory of yours has been tainted forever by, well, everything, but what can you do? You're glad that after all Lucy's been through, at least she has something to be nostalgic about. Like you said, though, that part of my life is over for good. Tell me more about the black sesame. Lucy talks as she putters around her kitchen, grabbing bowls and measuring spoons and various ingredients out of her cabinets and fridge. Various ingredients, you know. The thing that makes black sesame from Frostheim really special is... I don't really know how to say it in common. Basically, the way it's planted and harvested is really magically specific. When you use it to cook, no matter what you're cooking, you have to freeze the food for at least a few days for the flavor to properly come through.
Sweet
A
Cassandra.
few days? A few days at least. It doesn't go bad or anything because, you know, magic. But the longer the better, really. So we can do all the baking for this today, but it won't actually be ready to eat for a little while. You don't mind, do you? You put your hands on your hips. You've spent a lot of time with Lucy recently. And the look on her face, half shy, half gently calculating, is making the part of your brain that does pattern recognition buzz. Lucy. Kristen? Did you plick? Jesus. Did you pick black sesame specifically so we wouldn't be done today? I know it's important to you for real, obviously, but it kind of feels to me like you're trying to arrange things so we have to meet up next week. You wouldn't eat that cheesecake without me, would you? Lucy moves closer to where you're perched on the countertop, and your heart rate picks up a little. You definitely haven't moved past those guilty daydreams yet. Of course not. She leans in so close that your noses are almost touching. You fully stop breathing. Is she about to...
I wouldn't mind getting cozy with you.
Okay, I'll admit it. I am making excuses to see you again. Can you blame me?
Oh, we're doing this?
No, of course not. I love spending time with you. You know that. It's just... She moves her hands up so that they're on your waist now. Cassandra. There's nothing wrong with a little delayed gratification, Kristen. If something lesbian doesn't happen in the next 30 seconds, you might die for real, but Lucy doesn't move. Lucy, we have to talk about this. Much to her disappointment, she pulls back. She looks a little overwhelmed, like the tension of this moment has just caught up to her. Yeah, you're right. You okay? Yeah, sorry, I think I went a little too fast even for myself there. got carried away. You allow her to step back and place a gentle hand on her shoulder. That makes sense. I am devastatingly attractive. Lucy laughs, and the tension in her wait, what? And the tension in her seems to drain away. You really are. Do you want to talk about it? Yeah, I want to talk about everything, but maybe not right now. Maybe we can have a little picnic, go somewhere special. Eat this, what was it you called it? Eat the first official first-time inaugural friend at my house hangout cake. I'll tell you what I'm thinking. I promise. Why do I get the feeling you already have a place in mind? Probably because I do. Let's go to the Farhaven Woods and have a picnic under my tree. Lucy sighs as your lips meet her skin. You don't linger, and she smiles at you appreciatively. Next week, Kristen. I promise. Okay. So it's a date next week, then? Yes. Yes, it is. For now, though, let's bake this cake. You got it. Thankfully, you and Lucy don't have any more romantic close calls. You don't think your heart could take it, and you want to respect that she wants to go slow. Instead, you work together all afternoon as a team, and soon enough, the cheesecake is going into the fridge. You hold your hand up for a high five, and Lucy slaps it with enthusiasm.
I had a great time.
We did it! We did. Thank you for the help, Kristen, and for your patience with everything. You pull her into a hug, inhaling the lingering scent of vanilla and sesame on her clothes. Anything for you, Lucy. By the way she looks at you, you know that she knows what you really mean by that.
I promise I won't ghost.
I'll see you next week, okay? I can't wait. One more week. Just one more week until you and Lucy talk. It's going to be agonizing, but you just know it'll be worth the wait. Okay,
Ring,
Cassandra. Hey, Kristen, you've been on my mind all day. I can't wait to hear about how it went with Lucy. Why do you have that look on your face? What, this one?
Yeah.
Because I'm completely, totally, absolutely gone for Lucy. Oh my me, tell me everything. Baking with her was amazing, but I think we could just about do anything together and I'd be happy. Amazing! I'm sensing another date on the horizon then. You bet, I'm already counting down the days. Oh, right. Downtown, school, outside. Okay.
Hey,
Hello, Miss Applebees. Well, one of the health benefits of honey is that
Every single time I see Girlie, I feel bad that I'm saving her for last.
Mom gets ready for Blade Shield.
But
this is so not yeehaw.
just the screaming voice line just in the middle of everything. Look, best for last, okay? I promise there's a reason I'm saving her for last.
Not
Alright?
cool. Even cowgirls get the blues.
Well, one
Oh, we're
APRS honor, I swear.
that's so
Kristen, pick up.
so.
Hey,
Fig.
Chris.
Yo,
Oh,
Rock and roll, baby.
hell yeah. Oh, Kristen.
Blimey.
Ah. Whoa there, cowboy. Okay then. Oh, Kristen. Okay then.
Yeehaw!
This is.
I'm not blushing.
And then I skateboard away.
Even cowgirls, not sweet Cassandra.
Okay.
Oh, hello! So this is,
This
game
is... And then I
God, how do I even start to
Hi,
explain
I
Hey
guess.
Girlie? I've had to pitch it several times before because I helped work on this game. So Hey Girlie is a dating sim visual novel where you play as the character Kristen Applebees from the Dropout, formerly known as College Humor, D&D actual play show Dimension 20, specifically their series Fantasy High, which is about what if D&D was high school.
Ring ring.
So that's,
Kristen Applebees is one of the main player characters of that show, and a bunch of fans of the show got together, and we made a game where she can go on dates with a bunch of other girls from the show, because she ends the third season in kinda like a vague place romantically. And there are a lot of people who different people in the fandom want her to end up with, or thought she could maybe interact with more, and that would be interesting. So a bunch of the community banded together and made this very cute game, and I happen to voice Kristen in this. So I have been playing through it. It came out, like, literally, oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, it was made for the fans, by the fans. It was, the fandom's first video game project. And there's already been a second, which is a fan-made route for this game that is, like, a standalone thing. But, yeah, very fun. I had such a fun time voicing for this game. It came out back in May of last year, so you can tell how long it's taken for me to get around to playing the whole thing, but part of that is because I didn't have time to stream, and I kind of promised that I would stream all of it, so, plus that's just the way I wanted to do it. So yeah, I'm currently on the third of 6 main routes in the game, so once we do this one, we're sort of halfway through. I'll explain what I mean by sort of at the end of this stream. There's something in here that I've been alluding to a little bit here and there, but we'll get into it soon enough. Okay, so last week, where are we going with Lucy again? Yes, picnic in Farhaven Woods, so far away, I'm guessing. Unless it's the interview at the bottomless pit is why we're doing far away. Love you. Bottomless pit. EPR Society. School. There's actually been, this is very exciting to talk about. I mentioned it once before. There was recently a cosplay group for this game. I think it was at MegaCon. Obviously people have cosplayed most of these characters before since they are from their own show, but people specifically cosplayed like the outfits from this game and did a group of like most of the dateable characters in Kristen. And that was just like, oh god, we made it. Like, okay, Nara is outside. Okay, well, I'll just do both, and we'll get one of the Lucy dates. Okay, yeah, this is Fig.
yo,
Rock and roll.
It's
baby.
fine, she doesn't have to be
Hell
the
yeah.
first date of the week. This is why there's 3 dates per week, so there's, you know, room for error.
yeehaw!
But yeah, I mean, the reason that, you know, the acting is something that takes a lot of practice. I've been doing it since I was 9 years old. So,
that's,
you know, if you're
yeah.
ever like, oh, like such and such, you know, isn't my thing, and that's my weak spot, and like,
I'm not
you're
flying.
probably thinking
My
other
eyes are
people
closed,
make
cowboy.
it look so easy. It's a trained muscle. You know what I mean? Like, I'm between jobs right now,
I'm
so
just gonna
I've been having
be
that,
someone
like, a
else for
very
while.
similar experience of, like, you know, looking at, trying to find anything that isn't a retail job to do, because that would be awesome and cool. But, you know,
Weird about it.
most of my,
It's
like,
not
marketable
cool.
talents aren't things that are easy to find jobs for, because I went to school for theater, so, like, Okay.
Kristen, pick up. What an
So that
Alright. Now we go outside. Okay. There's an odd nervousness in your stomach as you wait for Lucy, and it's not just the prospect of getting to spend more time with her. You swing the picnic basket in your hand absently, trying to calm yourself. So what if you're going into the Farhaven Woods today? So what if it's where you saw Lucy for the first time in the form of a dead body? It's fine, you're fine. More importantly, Lucy is fine with it. She had been the one to suggest having the picnic there. Clearly the woods are meaningful to her. You're broken out of your thoughts by Lucy herself. She's holding her own basket, which you see holds a cake container. Through the clear plastic, you can see the delicate gray swirls of sesame on the top layer of the cheesecake. I know, Lucy, heart emoji, we love her. We love her so much. This route has been so full of, like, slow burn, like, Jane Austen style yearning. It kills me. I'm so in love with this route. Man, that looks so good.
Hey, Kristen.
Hello to you too, Kristen. You grin and she smiles back. You don't miss the way she pauses and examines you more closely.
Lucy, hi.
Hey, Lucy, I can't wait to try that cheesecake. Same, I think it's going to taste amazing. Did you already try any? Not yet. I wanted us to try it for the first time together. Are you ready to go? You bet. Lead the way. It's a clear, beautiful day, the sun bright and warm on your skin. You still can't quite shake off that unease, though, when you feel Lucy's piercing, shrewd gaze on you. You get the feeling she's expecting you to say something, and you sigh. I gotta say, you're getting better at confrontation. Lucy shrugs.
I see.
Yeah, I am. Am I right to think there's something going on with you? You sigh again. Yeah, maybe. What's wrong? Nothing's wrong, exactly. It's just... I'm kind of nervous, I guess. This is the first time I've been back in the woods since the whole... You wave a hand. You know, I know you're okay with it, so it feels silly that I'm still hung up over what happened. I still get jump scared by my voice in this game. Simply, two things. One, when I say something at the same time as Kristen says it, I've learned the way that I do like an awkward okay is the same way that or just like when I like kind of unconsciously go okay when I'm like distracted by something is the way that I did Kristen's little awkward okay. So sometimes I'll say it as that voice line activates and it's the worst. And also I do get jump scared every single time by the blimey that they chose, because I did a blimey where immediately afterwards I was like, God damn it. that sounded southern, and that's the one they used. Which, to be fair, that was the most authentic, most Allie Beardsley-like take, because Allie can't do a British accent for shit. At least couldn't during junior year. I was very impressed by Allie's British accent during the recent Quangle quest. Very impressed. Clearly they were practicing. But yes, we've been complimenting Lucy's voice lines all throughout this stream, though. God, there were some really... The people who wrote the voice lines, especially, they did such a great job, and Lucy's are so... When Lucy's being silly, so okay, so some of those were definitely you. The I won't ghost you, and God, there was that one that was like, I'm feeling cold. God, there are just some really coy ones that I love with Lucy. I love this writing of her, where she's just like, she's got some little mischievousness to her, which just kind of makes you be like, oh, that's why she was friends with Kipper Lily. That makes a lot of sense now. I know you're okay with it, so it feels silly that I'm still hung up over what happened. That's not nice. Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty strained pun, to be fair. Lucy stops. Kristen, you found my dead body in those woods. You're not silly for being scared to go back. Oh, thank you for following Eaten Cereal. That's so nice. It's very reassuring to see somebody pop in and be like, I have no idea what this game is, and then follow me. Anyways, because of it, thank you very much. You exhale, fighting back a shiver. Yeah, I guess it just feels worse because now I actually know you, and I know what your corpse looks like. You remember how limp and lifeless Lucy's body was under your hands, compared to the vibrant, real person you've come to know and love. Just thinking about it fills you with dread. It's a lot. Hey. Lucy takes your hand gently. She presses it over her heart. Oh, yeah, that's true. It's also, like, it first of all, it's hard to piss her off. Second of all, this feels like a route where, like, the choices for the right thing to do are pretty obvious. You know what I mean? For, like, Lucy, it's just, like, be nice to her and be romantic, and, like, you'll do just fine, kid. Fig and Kipper Lily so far have been the tricky ones. I imagine there's probably some tricky ones for Tracker as well. But Lucy seems to be very straightforward. So, Lucy takes your hand gently. She presses it over her heart. What do you feel? Her heartbeat flutters strongly beneath your fingers, even through her clothes. You focus on it and count her pulse, breathing slowly in and out. I feel your heartbeat. Yeah, I'm alive. She cups your face and looks you straight in the eyes. Yeah, I had to, I had to use a guide for Kip. And by guide, I mean, I had to go back and search through the Discord for, like, the raw files of, like, the script. Like, the coding. And that's how I got Kipper Lily's ending. I cheated. But anyways, but yeah, so, Lucy has been a breath of fresh air compared to, Nightmare Kipper Lily route. But I love Kipper Lily, don't get me wrong, but she cups your face and looks you straight in the eyes. I'm alive, Kristen, and I plan to be for a long time, okay? You nod slowly, holding her gaze. The uneasiness in your limbs and chest dissipates, leaving you feeling lighter. Thanks, Lucy. I think I feel better now. Do you want to keep going? We could go back to the park instead if it's too much for you. You shake your head. No, I'm okay. Let's go. Okay. You start walking again, and you realize Lucy hasn't let go of your hand. You swing your linked hands back and forth playfully, just to see her smile. You don't comment on the way you're both blushing. Just before you reach the woods, you hear a loud squeak. Did you hear that? Rat? Rat? Rat?
Oh.
Lucy gasps. Spot! Oh, I forgot she was friends with the rats! Oh, I forgot she's an angel! A gray blur streaks past you into Lucy's waiting hands. She brings the writhing mass of fur to her face and smooches it on its forehead. Lucy extends her cupped hands to show you a rat. This is Spot! Her voice drops to a whisper. He's my favorite rat, but don't tell anyone else. They'll get jealous. You grin. Oh, we've met. Hi, Spot. The rat squeaks at you and accepts a delicate pet on his forehead. You think he looks pleased to see you. You've met? Yeah, he helped us find you. I see. He didn't tell me that. He also told me about the rat world. You know, the underground rat world that exists beneath Elmville. We all know about it. Aw, headcanon, that's her familiar. That's cute. She's a cleric, but I could imagine Lucy with a level or two in wizard. That would suit her. Spot nuzzles Lucy's hand in apology. She melts and seems to instantly forgive him. She places him on her shoulder. His friends are probably hanging out in the clearing. We're almost there. True to her word, a few other rats approach you, noses twitching inquisitively. Lucy coos over them for a few more minutes and invites them along to your picnic. And soon, you and Lucy reach the tree. The last time you saw the tree, it was past midnight, and the dim moonlight made monsters of the shadows cast by its enormous branches. But in the sunlight, its height is staggering, and the complex weave of its boughs and branches is beautiful. You can feel how ancient this tree is, that it contains some sort of strange, powerful magic. Lucy breathes in deeply, her eyes falling shut. She looks at peace. You feel yourself relaxing too. I think I get why you like it here so much. I knew you would. Okay, let's get this picnic started. Lucy spreads out a blanket, and you set your basket on it and sit. Spot and the other rats perch at the edge of the blanket. Lucy sets the cheesecake container in front of you. You gaze at it voraciously, then look at Lucy hopefully. How about we eat dessert first?
Nat 20.
Yes! Lucy opens the container and produces a knife and 2 paper plates from the basket. She cuts 2 generous slices and passes you a fork. I like to think that Nat 20 voice line played because Kristen was rolling a persuasion check and succeeded. Oh, maybe I'm biased because Lucy's voice came from my actual druid cleric from a Frost Maiden campaign, but a few levels in druid gets her the ability to cast Find Familiar instead of Wild Shape. Oh, no, Druid Lucy would be so sweet. Actually, yeah, I'm changing to that. Druid Lucy, absolutely perfect. That would, like, her connection with the animals and with nature. Shut up. Oh my god. You know, interestingly enough, I have been giving Lucy a very similar voice to, a character that I play in my current D&D campaign. The character I play in my current D&D campaign, who is, she's not, like, a frost giant like Lucy is, or, you know, I'm blanking on it, Frost Genasi, but she is, a Winter Eladrin, so, similar. But yes, I am in the middle of a Spelljammer campaign currently, in which I play a Winter Eladrin cleric named Crystalilia. So definitely some parallels and comparisons can be made to Lucy there. She's also, you know, quite soft-spoken. Though I will say, like, a lot more nervous energy than Lucy and quite a different relationship with anger than Lucy. We love cold girlies. We love them so much. She also has antlers that are made of ice, which is not, like, a thing that is, like, in the book for Eladrins. But when I was making her via a pick crew, there was an option for antlers, and I thought they looked so cute on her, so I was like... I like, looked at my DM and I was like, can I give her antlers? They don't have to, like, mean anything. You know, like, it's just, like, visual flair. And she was like, yes, absolutely. I have also established that, like, she can just break them off whenever she wants, and they grow back. She's broken them off before, in front of her other party members, and it freaked them out real good. Which is impressive, because one of her party members is, like, a vampire cowboy, but she is a girl. Anyways. Lucy opens the container and produces a knife and 2 paper plates from the basket. She cuts 2 generous slices and passes you a fork. Ready? I've never been more ready in my life. In tandem, you eat a piece of the cheesecake. Oh, wow. Holy shit. The cheesecake melts in your mouth with the wispiness of cotton candy, leaving behind a frosty feeling as though ice has dissolved on your tongue. The richness of the sesame, cheese, and cream lingers in your mouth. The crust balances the cake's sweetness perfectly. Maybe this one is going a little too far. I'll go with 2 to be safe, even though I really like 1. This is the most delicious thing I've ever had. It tastes just like the ones I used to have as a kid. It's absolutely perfect. Spot squeaks inquiringly, and Lucy breaks off several pieces and sets them on a plate for the other rats. I need another piece. Me too. By the time you declare yourself satisfied, you and Lucy have demolished half the cake. Man, I'm really full. We should probably eat the actual nutritious lunch you brought. You groan. Lucy shakes her head amused. Fine, how about we take a break first? That's probably a good idea. I think I need to lie down. You cover the cake, move the baskets aside, and stretch out on the ground. After a moment, Lucy moves to join you, positioning herself so that your head rests against her shoulder. Her cool fingers slip into yours, and you sigh contentedly, lacing your fingers together. In silence, you stare up into the tree's thick canopy and watch how the sunlight dapples across the leaves. You stay like that for a long time, peacefully listening to the birds and the wind, until Lucy lets out a long breath. God, sorry, I'm just thinking about the visual of, like, Kristen finding her body in, like, a, like, sprawled position, like, laying down underneath the tree, and then now, like, this moment of them both laying down underneath the tree together. I'm unwell. At first, I was scared to come back here, too. Just like you. You don't speak, just squeeze her hand to show you've heard her. I know I'm chill about it now, but those first few weeks were really hard. I flinched at every shadow. I stayed inside. I never turned my back to any door or window. I tried to forget about the woods and what happened that night. But I knew I couldn't stay like that forever. I couldn't move on. I knew I needed to come back here to get past it. Lucy pauses. You turn your head and see that she has her eyes closed, lost in memory. You wait patiently, watching the wind ruffle the short strands of her hair. When I finally mustered up the courage, I shook the whole way here. I thought I was going to get killed again. But when I got here, the clouds parted and out came the full moon. And then I saw the tree. It was just as breathtaking as every other time I had seen it, except even more so. I wasn't scared anymore. I just felt at peace. Because I died here. My blood soaked into the soil and roots and fed them, and I felt this tether, this sense of belonging. I am part of this tree, this woods, just as they are a part of me. Y'all, I'm not okay. Oh, God. I'm fully crying right now. I died here, and I remembered that it wasn't so horrible. In some ways, it was even beautiful. Though Lucy's voice is soft, it rings with the same conviction as when she described her faith in Ravina. You hesitate, then ask her the question that's been plaguing you since everything happened last year. What was it like? Lucy turns her head and meets your eyes. I don't remember the moment I was killed. But I do remember dying when you freed me. It was warm, in the same way you feel warm during your last moments in a blizzard. I could feel that Ravina was with me, and another presence, Cassandra. And I felt Yolanda holding my hand. And then we were in your afterlife. You guys, like, I don't think any of the writers are in chat right now, but you guys killed it. Oh my god. I'm not okay. You feel yourself holding your breath. You've wanted to ask about Lucy's experience in your afterlife for a long time, but you've never felt right asking until now. Can you tell me more about it? My afterlife? It was a lot like this forest, actually. It was late evening, and I could hear crickets chirping and a brook bubbling nearby. And there were fireflies everywhere. Tens of thousands of little beacons to light the way, flickering like little heartbeats all around us. I didn't really feel time passing. It felt like I'd been there only a moment until I felt something start to pull me away. That was probably when Anakarna brought us back. And when she did, your fireflies formed a pathway of gold in front of us. And Yolanda and I followed it back to life. Oh. Hold on, guys. Give me like 2 seconds. I'll be so back. Give me a moment. I need to. I promise I'm okay. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. If you guessed that I left to grab tissues, you would be 100% correct. I did not expect to be crying this stream. Oh my god. I should have seen it coming, truly. But I didn't. Oh. I don't think I've cried on stream since I played the ending of Tote No on stream. Or You and Me and Her, a love story. Oh my god, that game, the ending to that game made me cry quite a bit. But this is definitely more than I cried during that. Okay, let's keep going. Lucy's expression softens. She reaches up to touch your cheek gently. I know I've said it before, but thank you for saving us, Kristen. You smile, touched. I'm just glad that your experience of dying was better than mine. I never want anyone to go through that kind of emotional terror again. A thought strikes you and you grin. Although I'm sure I could have made it better. Maybe I should talk to those fireflies. Girl, don't kill yourself right now. Kristen, don't kill yourself. You're so sexy. Lucy looks perplexed. What?
Yeehaw!
You said there were tens and thousands of fireflies, but they didn't even try to give you 1,000 hugs. I think I literally said last stream that we played this that one of the lines in this route sounded eerily similar to— no, that might have been while I was playing 100 Line. While I was playing 100 Line with my friends the other day, there was a line in it that sounded exactly like the lyrics to Fireflies by Owl City. And I was like, do you guys think that was an intentional reference? Because that game loves to make references, so this is really funny right about now. A beat.
You're killing.
Then Lucy laughs hard. The sound makes you smile so hard your cheeks hurt. She really said you're killing me. Do you really want to turn your afterlife into an Owlbear City song? Of course they're called Owlbear City, that's so cute. It would be funny. And Cassandra would be okay with that? Cassandra probably loves that song. I'm sure I could convince her. She knows how far I like to go to commit to the bit. Your crystal buzzes in your pocket, probably a sign that Cass will not be convinced. Oh well, it's still a fun thought. You sigh, something settles in your chest. Weight you never knew you were carrying has been lifted. Thank you for telling me about it, Lucy. I'm glad my afterlife was a safe place for you. It kind of makes me feel better about dying a real death, whenever that is. Hopefully not soon. Hopefully. Given your track record, maybe that's not realistic, but you feel strangely optimistic about it. You know,
As much as I'm excited to see what Ruvina's afterlife is like, I wouldn't mind visiting yours again one day.
I'm sure Cassandra and Ruvina wouldn't mind us seeing each other again. That's an interesting thought, actually. You make a mental note to talk to Cassandra about that later. Lucy smiles.
Kind of puts a different spin on the whole concept of till death do us part, huh?
You freeze. The air shifts around between you, turning intimate. A ray of sunlight falls across you both, framing Lucy in gold. Her gaze is warm on yours. You're breathless when you speak. That's a wedding vow, isn't it? Smooth, Kristen. Your faces are close, your arms still around her. You can feel her icy breath on your lips. Her voice is soft.
It is. It's also pretty similar to what we were talking about, isn't it?
She's looking at your lips, too. God, dropping wedding vows on the on the 8th date is very lesbian of you two, I gotta say. The sounds of the world fade away, your attention narrowing to just this moment. It feels like you're standing on the edge of a precipice, every charged moment between you two ready to culminate in this one decisive moment. I feel like I don't need to reiterate this second point. And obviously not the third one, even though I'm sure she would be charmed by that in her own way.
You're really special.
Lucy blushes. She beams, and it's one of the biggest, most beautiful smiles you've seen her give you.
You made my heart stop.
Yes. You lean in, and she moves closer. And slowly, tenderly, your lips meet. Lucy kisses like first snow melting on an upturned face. Cool, refreshing, full of magic. Her hand rises to cradle your face, and you tighten your arm around her middle and pull her impossibly closer. You can taste the remnants of cheesecake on her tongue, and you chase after it, kissing her more deeply. Ooh, get it, girl. She makes a little noise that sends your heart tripping even faster, and her hand moves to your back to clutch your shirt. When you separate, you're both breathing hard. Lucy's cheeks are flushed, and you're sure yours are no better. Wow, that was... wow. You want to smack yourself. Very eloquent, Applebees. Lucy licks her lips, almost giving you a heart attack.
Yeah, wow. That was amazing. Almost as great as the cheesecake.
You squawk and stare at her. Almost! Lucy looks at you very seriously.
It's really good cheesecake, Kristen.
I've got a note to dial back the poetry at least once because Kristen's still kind of dumb. True. Very true. She can't come up with that shit. You squint at her. She's such a menace. You love it. A competitive sense of mischief overtakes you. You sit up and half lean over her, giving her a considering look. Lucy blinks up at you. Her cheeks turn darker. Interesting. Well, I guess the first kiss is never the best one. I'm not giving up, though.
What?
I'm going to make you eat those words, Lucy Frostblade, and they're going to taste way better than the cheesecake. Lucy laughs.
Bold words, Kristen. Prove it.
She's still giggling when you bend and kiss her again. Her arms wind around your shoulders and hold you close. Minutes pass, or maybe hours, until an insistent squeak causes you to break apart. Spot's like, hey, motherfuckers, get a room! You turn to see Spot sitting on top of your picnic basket, staring at you expectantly. Break's over, I guess. Time for real food?
Looks like our friends are hungry too.
You can't help it. You duck forward and give her another kiss. More of that later.
I'll hold you to that.
You spend the rest of the afternoon talking, eating, laughing with Lucy, and a lot of it kissing her too. It's only when dusk falls that you both finally decide to pack up. You clean up slowly, lingering. Lucy says goodbye to the rats, and you give them all a scratch on the forehead. They really are adorable. You reach the intersection where you and Lucy have to part ways. This time, instead of hugging her goodbye, you reach for Lucy and pull her into a kiss. I had an amazing time with you today, Lucy.
I did too. Kristen, thank you.
For what?
For being so kind and encouraging and helping me learn more about myself. For giving me a haircut, for helping me with this cake, for all of it. You're an amazing person, and I'm so glad we've become so close. So are you. You make me a better person, and I'm glad to know you. You smile at each other for a few more moments, clearly reluctant to separate.
Take care, Lucy.
Finally, Lucy waves and walks away. You watch her go, the butterflies in your stomach flapping hard enough to leave you feeling as light as air. As you walk home, you think about all the adventures you've had with Lucy since you met her. You think about all the ways you've changed and grown just by being there to support her journey. And you know deep in your heart that with Lucy by your side, the future is going to be as wide and beautiful as a clear blue sky.
Kristen, pick up!
Kristen! Cassandra! Ravina told Encarna some juicy gossip that she is purposely withholding from me? I can't wait any longer! You have to tell me everything right now, please, thank you! We kissed. And
La la.
I'm head over heels obsessed. Who'd have thought that randomly pairing up for an assignment would lead to this? Seeing where Lucy died again, but with her there this time, thinking about how far we've come together and how beautiful her brain is, I feel like the best version of myself when I'm with her. Kristen, that's so sweet! I love this for you. Do you think after we die, you and Ravina could write us up some afterlife hall passes? Who are we to stand in the way of true love, Kristen? Of course we can figure something out. Good. But of course I think Lucy and I have long, happy lives ahead of us first. No doubt about that. Okay. I mean, it doesn't really matter where I go. Outside. Just so I can see Nara's cute little pigtails.
I'm sorry?
And her
Right,
cargo
Fernandez.
shorts.
Right, totally.
Oh my.
What the fuck, man?
Ugh. Ooh. Chris.
So that.
What fun.
Sorry, what was that?
Christian.
Yeah!
God, Christian really gets me.
Sweet Cassandra.
Oh my.
I was,
Even
when I
cowgirls
did
get the
her
blues.
first few dates, I was struggling to say Christian, but she just pulls it off so effortlessly, it's crazy.
Right.
Okay, the spring fling,
Hey, girlie.
the spring fling approaches.
Sorry, what was that?
Hey, listen. Kristen.
God, Cass's sprites are so cute. I just
No. I
keep
totally
complimenting
get it. Yeah.
everything in this game, the art, the you know, the music, the voice acting, the writing, all of it. But like, obviously I have to, and I can't help myself because I know the effort and love that went into this game. Lucy's smile is wide when you open the door to let her in. She's clearly excited to explore Mordred with you today. The knots in your stomach loosen, a sense of calm washing over you at her sweet face. She steps in and reaches for you. You're already leaning forward onto your tiptoes, and you meet her halfway for the warm hug that now accompanies every greeting you share. You breathe out, letting her presence soothe you.
Hey, Kristen.
Hi, Kristen.
Good to see you, Lucy.
Hi, Lucy. Lucy is blushing when you separate, and so are you. You both grin at each other for a few long seconds. Come on, let's head to my room. Lucy casts a longing glance at the cemetery. You laugh. We'll go visit Zane later, I promise. I'll hold you to that. You reach your room and Lucy sits on the bed. You hover at the door. I'll be right back. Okay. You run to the kitchen and grab your surprise for Lucy. You take a deep breath and straighten your shoulders, doing your best to project confidence. When you re-enter your room, you hide your hands behind your back. Lucy's eyes narrow. She tilts her head, confused. Kristen? Lucy, before we start exploring Mordred, there was something else I wanted to ask you. Oh? You take a deep breath.
Lucy.
Getting to hang out with you this past little while has been so much fun. I know we started off as classmates and that I was helping you figure yourself out, but I've learned so much about myself too. You're so strong and kind and brave, and spending time with you has made me a better person. And in honor of our journey, I was thinking, what if we knock off one final thing on your list together?
You're really special.
You hold out 2 flowers whose stalks are intertwined, a snowdrop and a daffodil. Ah! Oh my god. I'm not okay. Lucy's eyes are soft and wide, her cheeks flushed. Oh, Kristen. Lucy Frostblade, will you go to Spring Fling with me? Lucy's mouth parts and she gasps gently in surprise. Oh, wow. She reaches forward and gently takes the flowers from you.
You're so sweet.
Kristen, these are beautiful. Where did you get them? I looked up the best flower shops in Elmville. They're nothing compared to the ones in your garden, though. Lucy smiles. She lifts the flowers to her nose and inhales, closing her eyes to savor the scent. I thought it was gonna say savor the flavor. She licks the snowdrop. You wait anxiously, torn between watching her and saying something. You get the sense that she's thinking intently, and you try to be patient. Eventually, though, your nerves get the best of you. Lucy, I know death is like your thing, but you're kind of killing me here. Lucy giggles. She sets the flowers aside on the bed and walks over to you. She takes your hands in hers. Slowly, Lucy lowers her forehead to rest against yours. Your eyes flit down to her lips, then back up to meet her gaze. Her voice is as soft as snow.
I wouldn't mind.
Kristen Applebees, I would love to go to Spring Fling with you.
Mark another one off the list.
They did not use that line for this. Oh my god. Oh no. Okay, so that what that line is. I mean, you probably know if you've been watching me play this route. But I remember when they were first coming up with the voice lines and somebody put that one down for Kristen. Somebody, I don't remember who, asked like what that line was, like why it was that, because that was supposed to be like Lucy, I think it's labeled in the files like Lucy date success 1 or something like that. And it's because they're doing like the whole like bucket list thing. In the context of this though, and this being a dating sim, it really sounds like Kristen has a checklist of all 6 girlies and she's just marking them off. She's just marking them off. She's gotta catch them all. Which, yes, is what I'm doing, but that's because this is a video game, okay? It's not weird. Yes, she's become aware. That's not what we want. Last bad kid, I would want to become aware, okay? You think you're shaking, but you're too distracted by her eyes and the chill of her breath against your mouth to notice. Really? Yes, and not just because it's on my list. You laugh, and so does she. And drawn inexorably together, holding each other close, you both lean into a kiss to seal the deal. It feels like every moment of the last few months have led up to this, and it's making you a little nervous. Sure, you've saved the world, timer 5, and sure you've died and brought yourself back to life, but all that pales in comparison to the towering threat of high school social functions. Yeah, I think we've read most of this before. The snowdrop. And is that the daffodil too? Oh my god, this is... Ugh.
Yeah. Wow. Cool.
Oh, okay. Let me go back to the part where I think it actually changed. Okay. Students begin filing in through the doors, and the room soon fills with excited chatter and laughter. Yeah, the flowers are really, really good. The fact that it's the little blue rose for Kipper Lily, because the blue rose represented mystery, and this time it's the snowdrop, and yeah. Snowdrop is such a good flower for Lucy too. It's such a perfect choice. You spot your friends in the crowd and give them a wave, making a mental note to save them a few dances too. You move to stand by the food table and grab a can of soda just to hold on to something and look busy as you nervously scan the crowd. What if Lucy changed her mind? What if she's not coming? Your stomach churns, your heart beating fast in your ears. You think you're about to be sick. And then you see her and your heart stops. Butterflies chase away your anxiety and start to flutter in your stomach instead.
Hey, Kristen.
Oh my god, look at her! I definitely did look through the files and see her dress at some point, but I had completely forgotten what it looks like. Oh my god, she's gorgeous. Falls over onto the floor. It's a very cute outfit on Kristen. The little corsage changes depending on who she takes as her date. Hi, Kristen. Your voice comes out soft.
Lucy.
Hi, Lucy. Wow, you look beautiful. Lucy reaches out and adjusts your collar, though you're pretty sure there's nothing to fix. You think she just wants to touch you. You kind of want to combust on the spot in the best way. You look very dapper, too. So, tell me about all the fancy planning you did for this dance. The look on her face, oh, they are so in love. You offer her your arm. Let me treat you to some food while we do it. Lucy laughs. Courtesy of the school's budget this time? I want this dress IRL too. It's so gorgeous. It's very like Midsummer Night's Dream, you know what I mean? Even Fabian has his limits. You escort her to the food table and deliberate with her over which appetizers to try. There are lots of little finger foods that Lucy manages to eat daintily, and you kind of just scarf down. They're delicious. Man, I wish we could eat like this forever. We should try learning some fancy food recipes. That sounds so fun. Lucy smiles warmly. Eventually the DJ starts to play music, and you pull Lucy onto the dance floor. You end up shimmying along with her to a few songs, and then you're both pulled away for a few dances by your respective friends. As you dance with them, you're caught up in the happiness of just being a teenager for once. You catch Lucy's eye several times as you dance, and you both give each other huge grins. Somehow, you know she's thinking the same thing. You've earned this joy. Finally, just as you make your way back to each other, the lights dim and a slow song starts to play. Dance with me? Of course. You wrap your arms around her waist, and her arms settle around your neck. Your forehead tilts upwards to meet hers, and you can feel her breath on your mouth. I love that Lucy's arms are around Kristen's waist, and that Kristen's arms are around her waist and Lucy's are around her neck, even though it would be more convenient the other way around. Just because it's the butch femme dynamic of it all, you know? You try not to stare too obviously at her lips. So, you know what I just realized? What? We've knocked like a billion things off the list. Isn't that awesome? Lucy smiles. Her eyes are suddenly intent on yours. Have we? Oh, what do you mean?
I wouldn't mind getting
I just added one. A really important one. Kiss someone at Spring Fling.
Oh, we're
Damn,
doing
you're
this?
not ashamed to say your knees weaken a little. Wow, that was really smooth. I learned from the best. You laugh, flustered. Lucy graciously lets you recover from that devastatingly attractive move. When you look up again, her gaze is adoring. Oh, look at them! This is just like the culmination. Like this is the picture of all the yearning that's been in this root. Ugh. I'm deceased. I'm unwell. Lucy pulls you closer and your eyes slip closed. She kisses you, soft and cool and perfect. You tighten your arms around her and kiss her back. And for a moment that stretches into eternity, nothing in this world exists other than you and this beautiful, brilliant, strong girl in your arms. Yeah, I'm okay with this. Okay, oh wow. It was more than okay, let me tell you that. Alright. So, I mean, I feel like I've said all I can say at this point. So, let me just, go over what's gonna happen next week. Josie's first appearance, cilantro, Kristen with a newspaper. So,
Bye, girlie.
so, okay.
Hey, girly.
So next stream, next Hey Girlie stream, that is. So, what's gonna happen is this. I may have said that the order of operations for these girls is, Fig, Kipper, Lily, Lucy, which we've already done, and then Nora, Tracker, and Girlie, which we've already done. I mean, which we haven't done. So you might think, next stream, I'm gonna start on Nora. That is incorrect. Because what I have not mentioned up until this point is that there are two... technically, there's 3 secret routes in this game. But the Fig Ida one I wouldn't say is really secret. I think most people caught on to the fact, like, when Fig was revealed, that there was probably going to be a way you could take Ida with you to the Spring Fling as well. So I wouldn't consider Fig Ida that much secret. But there are 2 more secret routes to this game. The first of which we are going to be starting tomorrow, is Kipper, Lily, and Lucy. So this is the reason why I am doing the routes in the order that I have been. Because, so we did Kipper, Lily, we did Lucy. Next time, we are going to be dating Kipper, Lily, and Lucy together. We are going to do a poly route. So excited that these existed and that they took the time to do multiple poly routes in this game, and it's just, I'm so excited to play these routes. These are probably the routes that I know the least about what happens. I mean, I wouldn't say I know a ton about what happens in any of them, but I feel like the poly routes in particular are a little bit of a mystery to me. In true Kristen and Cassandra fashion. So yes, we will be doing that next. You can maybe guess what the last secret route is from the rest of the order of operations, but I won't spoil that. But yes, next time. So what I'm probably going to do, by the way, yes, I do know about the very special cameo. That's like the one thing I know. What was I saying? So, I'm probably going to do, like, the whole first half of the route, which is just doing, like, the early Kipper Lily dates and the early Lucy dates, but, like, getting, like, that's the reason that, like, there's 3 dates for each time, because you can only do 1 priority slot of, like, who do you want to, like, make sure you spend time with. So then there's, like, a little room for margin of error if you're trying to get one of the poly routes. So that is why it is like that. Although I have a feeling that they did program it so that, like, if we're doing Lucy, like, if you chose Lucy as your priority, then, like, Kipper Lily is, like, kind of a secondary priority, or vice versa. Because, like, I swear, every time I picked somewhere that Kipper Lily could be, it gave me Kipper Lily, so... I don't know if that's true or not, but... Yeah, okay, poly option is prioritized. Makes sense. But yeah. Anyway, so that's what we'll be doing next time. So excited for that. Also, we won't know for sure until I end this stream and go see, but we have been averaging about 3, 4, 5 viewers this pretty much for most of this stream. And I mentioned this before, but I was one, like, 3 viewer average stream away from reaching affiliate. So, gang, we might have done it. We might have did it. I don't want to, like, knock on wood and all that, but, like, I think this is it. I think we
I think that goal is about to be achieved. So, thank you so much for turning in. The Hey Girlie streams have been kind of quiet lately, so I really do appreciate everybody coming out, especially people who, like, aren't even familiar with the game and, like, just, you know, popped in to see, like, what is this about? You know, it's always so exciting seeing a new face in chat and seeing somebody, like, priority is why I never saw Gertie when I first played on stream. That's really funny. I haven't seen, every time I see Gertie, I feel bad about it. Because I'm like, I'm saving her for last. And I'm like, I feel like I'm, like, avoiding her or something. Anyways. Also, it is literally like seeing your ex in public, because that is Kristen's ex. Anyways, so I'm gonna go log off now. And see how things are looking. Thank you all so much for turning out today. This was really fun. Yeah, bye, girlies.